Hey, how's it going, guys? Thank you all for giving me your feedback on Twitter to my question about whether or not you wanted to start seeing some trade recap videos. The response was amazing. I think I had something like 1,200 favorites, and it's only been about 24 hours. So, really appreciate all the support. And I'm going to get into doing some of these trade recap videos. The basic idea is that I just want to go ahead and a few times a week just go over any really standout highlight or low light trades that I make, some of the lessons you can learn from them, the patterns I was trying to play, etc. And so it's going to be a little bit of a different format than the monthly recaps I used to do. These are going to be shorter, quicker videos, but hopefully you guys can take something away from them, and I think it will help just sort of seeing the stocks that are in play and that you may have traded yourself and hear what I did the same or what I did differently. So the first one I want to talk about is MOSY. And MOSY was one that, I traded way back in June when it was having its big crazy run. And then backside of the move set in, they had an offering. I believe the offering got priced at 170 or so. And, it just died like a lot of these momentum NASDAQ runners do. And it popped back up on my radar on Thursday when it started to ramp back a bit, went from 120 up to the 150 area. And then Friday it gapped up and was opening near 160 and had a little morning spike. And so Friday, the idea was just wait for a little more extension, wait for backside to set in. And it stuffed really hard out of the gate on Friday and rejected really quickly. It looked like this thing was toast. And as it had faded off, I was trying to sit back and wait for pops to get short. I might have even started in a little bit in here around 11 o'clock when it was perking into the 150s. I can't quite remember now. But I do know that the bulk of my size on this short came into this spike right here at about 12:30, whenever that happened. And the cause of that spike was a chat room alert. And as is usually the case when you have a guru alerting a stock that is relatively illiquid and they have thousands of subs, you're going to have a lot of people buying at the same time and mindlessly chasing, probably using market orders, doing just all the things you shouldn't be doing. And it creates really nice shorting opportunities, especially on these stocks that are, below their opening price, well below VWAP. There's just so much going against them. Momentum is dead. And I'd say like 9 times out of 10 at least, you're going to see this move stuff and fail. And the fact that this big volume came in here, it was around noon. So this big volume comes in on this alert. You've got all these chasers. The stock spikes from 145 up towards 160-ish almost in about 8 or 10 minutes there, it looks like. And that's a great short opportunity. I was building in short throughout that. I didn't time it perfectly. I was probably in at about a 155 average, I'd say. And I wound up with about 55,000 shares short because I had quite a bit of conviction on this, and it was a really easy high of day risk for me off of the 172 high of day. So the other side of this trade, kind of anticipating what happens next, is that, all these people who mindlessly bought when the guru bought, what are they going to do when the guru sells? They're going to flock for the exits. And I don't really know exactly when the guru might have sold this or hadn't, but it didn't stop me out. As the day went on and as the trade developed and it faded off, I decided to risk most of my position more off of this 160 area because that was the spot where it stuffed. I mean, all this volume came in, all these people piled in, and yet they couldn't spike the stock. They couldn't get momentum back on the stock side. And 160 was a huge reject point. So if that had broken, it would have been a really bad sign. So it was just a matter of patience and sitting back and waiting for all the people who had bought and chased and now were underwater to slowly panic out. So today I covered up all of my shares. I was out in the 130s and 140s. I think my lowest cover was 135 here. And it was about a $7,300 gain. It's about as easy as it comes because you can just anticipate when you know that all this big volume that bought here is going to have to sell eventually and that they're all underwater and they're just going to slowly trickle out and get out. So, a pattern like this is one I like in the first place, a stock that gets a bit extended and then is on the backside of the move. But I like it even more when you've got a guru who alerts a trade and people pile in after them and don't think. So I really want to stress the importance of this. I know some of you probably saw my Twitter rant about it, but you can't follow guru alerts. You can't chase and buy because somebody told you to buy. Just like I wouldn't want someone to short just because I'm short a stock. You have to think for yourself. You have to make your own decisions. You're going to get nowhere following others. And a lot of times, this is how it's going to end for you if you're trying to chase trade alerts. So easy short for me, and really any guru who can create this kind of volume, this kind of spike. I mean, if people are going to chase, I'm going to short. That's end of the story. So MOSY, I probably have a few of these a month at least, and I'll be looking for more going forward. So hope you guys can take something away from this, and please, please, please stop chasing guru trade alerts. Thanks.